Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review on a glorious Saturday afternoon. Although you won't see it on Saturday because I'm well behind. I had a spurge last week and did about 12 videos in 2 days, and it took all week to get the backlog down. So I'm reviewing St. Peter's Ruby Red Ale. It's been in their itinerary for a long time. I can't read what's on the back. 4.5%. Yep. Now, the good thing about Ruby Red Ale, for home brewers, you know, there's a lot of home brewers who watch these videos. It's one you can brew yourself. Buy the kit, just over 20 quid. Don't be buying if it says 30 quid because someone's robbing you. But yeah, just over 20 quid. And yeah, Ruby Red Ale. I've done it before and it turned out fantastic. You know, the St. Peter's homebrew kits are amazing. Oh shit. Their honey porter, I've just washed this floor as well. Bugger. Their honey porter was immense. I brewed that last year and did 2 or 3 reviews. I can't believe I've just fucking mopped that floor. There's a word with astard that's coming to mind. So, reddish tinge to it, dark, mahogany type colour for me. Lots of carbonation and lacing, lots on the floor. Bit of a beigey tan head to it. Let me just bring up on the internet. Yeah, so St. Peter's, some fantastic beers in their collection. So, St. Peter's Ruby Red Ale.
Here is information about the St. Peter's Ruby Red Ale.
Oh, God's sakes. So it says here, the roasted malt has a lot of presence, accompanied by notes of black tea, could have sworn I smoked tea as well then, and soft toffee, with a delicious touch of cherry tart and orange. Oh, it actually sounds better than what it, you know. The body is full, substantially rough, but it could not be more easily drinking, no doubt thanks to its great balance. And as with anything, balance is key, isn't it? You know, you can have beers that go to both ends of the spectrum, but as long as the balance is there, it's like the force, you know, between light and dark, the balance. Yeah, people out there thinking, what's that on about? So, oh, and it has got a beautiful taste to it. You know, I've been old enough reviewing it for a bit, but so on the nose, I did get tea and I did get malt straight away on the nose. I've not got the cherry tart and orange yet, but we'll keep trying. There's a nice bitterness to it, and where it says it's rough, yeah, it tastes that, you know, but you do understand where they're on about the balance to it. Twangy to start off with, so, and then you know you are getting hints of cherry and that twanginess, you know, that tartness. And the cherry, as it gets tartar and sits in your mouth, it goes to orange. Wow. And I had 40 pints of this. It didn't last long. It really didn't last long. Went down a tree. It was dead easy to brew. Went down a tree. Thoroughly happy with it. I have asked multiple times to St. Peter's if they'd do any, or would they do any more kits? Because I'd love to see their plum porter in a kit, the citrus beer in a kit, and I'll tell you what, for an old beer, their mild in a beer kit would be outstanding. I think it's time to get the old emails going. Now I must try some more brands with homebrew because You know, I do like my homebrew side of things. I like all of it, really. The wine's expensive, and obviously spirits are expensive to buy, so I do less reviews of them, just simply because I just can't afford to spend 40 quid on a bottle of wine, or, you know, whiskey rather, to review. You know, it's, you know, unless I get bought one, you know, it's one of them, isn't it? Unless you get, like, sample bottles sent to you. I have had that. I went to a thing called Try Something New, and you can review spirits and that. And I love Drambuie, so that was the first one I went for, and I've not heard back from them since. Although I know they printed the review, so whether that my review is good enough or critical enough, I'm not sure. You know, but you see it as you find it, don't you? If you like it, you love it. If you hate it, you know, you try to be more objective. But this is lovely. Winter's coming up, so with the issues we had underneath the house a few weeks ago now, luckily nothing else. It's I'm not so scared to walk downstairs now, and that's from a 47-year-old, 48. Yeah, 48. Yeah, I mean, you're not being scared to walk into your own kitchen is ridiculous, you know. You know, really got into my head, and for the winter months, I'm gonna put solar powered floodlights in the garden, simply because when I go out at night into the garden to come and do a beer review in this beer room, the one thing I don't want is anything scurrying around on my bloody decking, you know. So once bitten, now I know that they're around here, I will, you know, monitor and control the situation. When you don't know, when you're oblivious, you know, it's. I mean, I went to a neighbour and she was telling me that there's rats all around her house, and I'm thinking, Jesus. And then she's telling me about the scruffy neighbours at the back of her, one with a load of rubbish in his garden, which breeds, you know, one with birds, and obviously bird food, it drags it to them, you know. And I mean, luckily there's cats around here, because cats do take care of quite a bit of it, but it's, you know, definitely freaky. No, I mean, at 40 I can cope with it, but imagine being 60 or 70. Once that gets in your head, Jesus Christ, no wonder people die young, you know, because you get to the stage where it paralyses you through fear. But anyway, I've ordered these solar lights, but solar lights, aren't they hard to choose decent lights? You know, I've took a week looking at lights, and I'm as flummoxed now as I was then. I mean, the last light we got, we put it up last winter, it lasted 6 months, which is crap, you know. And in fact, next time I buy one from a supermarket, I'll see if there's a I'll keep the box and see if there's a flipping guarantee with it, because 6 months is rubbish, you know. The only downside is where this beer room is, there's a big oak tree at the side, and the oak tree branches keep going up and down, and obviously that's setting the flipping light off. So, but luckily at 10 watts, it's not so bad. You know, like, not like the old 500 watt halogen lights you'd have, because, I mean, bloody hell, they used to swallow your electric bill. I mean, I've got one tonight. We've got some people coming around tonight to use our hot tub. My wife's having a bit of a party with them. And so I've got to set a light up at the bottom of the garden so they can get changed in the beer room in here. But, you know, don't want them breaking the necks. So I've had to take the floodlight off the front because I couldn't find a decent floodlight. I've ordered some off eBay now. And the bloody thing's not turning itself off. That's going to cost money. So you think, Jesus Christ, you don't mind if the sensor picks it up, that's alright. But so it's obviously not been on that long that it's not flicking, turning itself on and off. You can't win, can you? But yeah, lovely beer. St. Peter's, their range, fantastic range of beers. There's a few hit and misses in that range. I've got to be honest, I'm not so keen on the organic stuff. Not the organic, yeah, the organic, and especially the non-alcoholic beers. I just can't take them, you know. But that's me being critical, you know. I've got 5 bottles. I won a case last year, and I know it sounds like you're being miserable, but I won 8. I drank 1, I couldn't drink anymore. Gave 2 to a mate, he couldn't drink it either. So, but they've also got some outstanding beers. The mild, the honey porter, the cream stout, and that's just free. Citrus beers, I thought it was going to be a world beater, but it ended up being a bit middle of the road. No, not as good. Maybe I worked it up too much. But the plum porter, oh, I just love it. And the mild, for an old beer at 3%, it was outstanding. Oh, it's got a lovely bitter finish, you know. So the elements in this, the tartness at one side turn into orange, aromas of tea, a bit of toffee, you know, it's all there. And I like to read what it says on the description and try and see if I can match the description. If I can't match the description, then what the hell is the description on about? Because if your beer's not tasting of what they're saying it is, then either your taste buds are knackered or someone's telling porcupines. But no. Now, up in Nottingham, we don't see this in pubs in Nottingham. You know, it's all Wetherspoons or Marstons, really, this part of the country. Green King. But I suppose down where this is made, is it Sussex? You know, this would be in pubs, and I would love to try it on cask. I mean, obviously, I've homebrewed it, so I know it's a goodie. But it might be the case that I get another Ruby Red kit soon. I need to do some more homebrew. The only problem is I don't want 500 bottles of homebrew sitting in the beer room, you know. Too much temptation to come down and have another and another and another. Oh. So, breaking it down. Dark mahogany ruby, you know, that ruby red pour. Beige tan head on it. On the nose, I could smell malt, I could smell tea on the nose. There is notes of tea and toffee. On the taste, when you take your time, read the description of what it says, take the time. I mean, you're never going to read it off the back of the bottle because the writing's that dinky. Look at that, I mean, Jesus Christ. I've got good eyesight, and up until I started this homebrew review, this beer review, I've not had out to drink today. So my eyes are at their best, and I could not read that, not in this light anyway. Maybe under shop conditions where the light's absolutely blazing, you can read everything, but not in this light. The taste, I did taste cherry. It was tart, sour. Then it changed into orange, and then there was a bitterness at the back end. And there's the elements to it. There's a lot of elements to this beer. And I've got to say, one of my favourites. So it's a 4.5%. But taste-wise, it's probably it's in the top 3 St. Peter's beers that I've ever tasted. Honey porter being up there, and that was made. I didn't actually buy that bottle. I've never seen it in a bottle up in Nottingham. Obviously, plum porter is my favourite St. Peter's, but I think this fella definitely comes in at number 2. Outstanding. Now, out of 5, you know, a very, very good beer. And just so the thumbnail, we're going to get a thumbnail of it hopefully. If I hold it long enough I might get a thumbnail. But yeah, out of 5 then, I've got to tell you, it's a 4.55 out of 5. On the verge of a top 10 beer. But a very, very good beer. Loved it. Oh, I'm so glad I chose it for review. Always nice to choose a decent beer for review. Right, that's enough for this review. Thanks for watching. See you soon.